Earlier this week, we talked about a mass axe attack on a German train by a suspected Islamic radical. There was no one dead. And we talked about this idea of, oh, well, do guns kill people or do people kill people? Well, the reality is people kill people much more easily with guns than with knives or axes. And we now have yet another incident where a woman and her three daughters have been attacked by a knife-wielding man. This was at a holiday camp in the south of France. There were four people wounded. The youngest of the victims ended up needing emergency surgery because of her wounds. But once again, no one died. The 37-year-old man was arrested trying to leave the scene in a vehicle after the attack. A local prosecutor said the motive is vague. We don't yet know all of that. But Lewis, we have yet another instance where no gun in a mass act of violence leaves no one dead. Who can argue at this point that it makes no difference whether there is ready access to guns or not?
Yeah, it's for me, my thinking is if you don't want to make it harder for murderers to get guns, you're just an ass, plain and simple, because that's what I want to do. And let them try and kill people with knives and axes instead of guns. I think that that's just a better situation.
There is also the underlying story here because the suspect is believed to be of Moroccan origin, and there is immediately the speculation this is France. We've talked about France as a sort of battleground right now against Islamic radicalism, et cetera, et cetera. That will sort of be hashed out, Rachel, and we have many different examples of that. If that does become a storyline here, it's worthy of being reported. But what seems to be getting very little attention is the growing list of these incidents where no one dies when there is the noticeable lack of a firearm.
Right, but for people who champion gun laws and champion guns, this doesn't matter to them. They don't care. No argument is going to change what they think. Even if you can prove, okay, if we have a knife and no one did die, they're going to say, okay, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't.
And I've also seen the argument of, hey, you know what? If more people on at the camp or on yesterday's German train story had guns, they would have been able to shoot the person with the axe or with the knife before they even wounded anybody. That's actually an argument, Lewis, that people have been making to me in the email.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Or maybe they would have lost their weapon after getting attacked with the axe, and he would have picked it up and killed people with it.
Lewis, that doesn't happen. You know, more guns in more places makes everybody safer.
Hey, you know what? If the good guys with guns always win, why are there so many dead cops from shootings now?